Welcome, everybody, to Wednesday Night Live. This is going to be a big show. We're going to try to get started early and keep it moving as much as we can. We're going to have more games on this show than I think we've ever had. Or maybe I should say more winners on this show than I think we've ever had in any of the past shows. Our guests today are going to be reverse mortgage specialists. If any of you have ever had a question about reverse mortgages and need to know what the exact answers are, we've got two of the specialists here tonight that's going to be able to answer your questions. I have questions. I think every one of my co-hosts, Linda, Sue, and Melody, all have questions. Plus, don't forget, we are about the villages. So if you do have any questions about the villages that we might be able to help you with, fire them in the chat. Let us know. I want to thank Karen Voller for joining my YouTube member. We have her, and then there was somebody else. I already sent them a thank you on the chat. Those of you that want to be a member, it's only 99 cents a month. You go to my homepage, you'll see a join button. Click that, and you're in. Other than that, you can join my Patreon page if you want to. Don't have to, but it's there. Phil and Monica's on here. I saw them. I'm trying to catch up on everybody. So anyway, let's fire this thing down. And let's get started with the show. So, let me see here. I got to have my intro music, right? Here we go. All right, we're going to bring them all on here. We're going to bring Melody, my co-host, on here because she's the only one that kind of keeps me straight. Well, Linda does too. Well, my wife beats me when you guys aren't looking. So, let's get Melody on here. Hey,
hello.
Melody, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
And we're going to get Linda on here. Why? Because she's a California girl, and you know how they are. They got to go to bed early. She's old. It's 3 o'clock out there or 4 o'clock out there, and she has to be in bed by 7.
You just always make stuff up when we start the show. I swear.
Well, I know you got to be gone before Frank gets home.
Well, that would be a good idea.
Yeah, Roy will find out.
Oh, we wouldn't want that to happen.
And we'll bring on Deb's best friend that knows what's going on with Deb right now. We'll bring Sue on.
Hi.
So you're goose and skipped from behind, he said.
Who is? Do what?
He's goosing you.
Oh, by the way, beer of the day is going to be Yingling, but if you notice, the top is still on it. I haven't opened it yet.
You're going to sit and look at it or what?
Well, I got it here just in case I need it, because there's going to be a lot going on this show. And you know, the last 2 or 3 shows, we've had train wrecks. The Wi-Fi messes up. I don't know what happens. And then I get red in the face, and then I get mad, and then, you know, I say bad things. So, well, I think we're hooked up today. Sue's microphone should be working fine. I figured out what I'd done wrong last week. And let me tell you what it was, so everybody can laugh at me and call me a dumb. That's okay. That we're going to be taking off probably about the second week in May, and I'm going to be gone for 4 or 5 weeks. And I'm trying to figure out a way to do this show. It won't be like this. We won't have a lot of, you know, stuff like that. We won't have that. But I got portable. But I've got portable stuff like that.
Is he going?
Believe it or not, you say that. I have another one of those.
Oh, in the RV?
Yeah, well, it's here.
We have a traveling bird.
Yeah, I got a traveling bird. By the way, Sue named that. What do you call that?
Dickie.
That's Dickie.
Dickie bird.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, that's what they used to call him. I mean, that's what was on the box.
So we will be probably doing this show next month. We probably won't have guests or any of that kind of stuff, but we'll goof around. You guys want to follow our travels, go to my RV channel, because I'm going to be posting videos on there. I'm not going to be posting videos on my YouTube channel that often. I might do a Friday news because I can get that pretty easy, but I'm not going to be able to do videos of like a new rec center or whatever. I'm just not going to be able to do that. So, but there's 10 or 12 more people around here that does that anyway, so you can just go watch that.
Are you coming from property in the mountains?
Melody Lane, are you a member of mine now?
I have been. I was the first member.
Oh, I just noticed.
You're just
was in your
Quick on the uptake.
Oh God. What the schedule is here? Oh, I know what the schedule is here. We've got to get right to this. We're going to make this a good fast. Any questions on here yet? Let's see. Question skip. I know you'll be honest. Oh, people are always saying that. I got the damnedest reputation that I have no idea how I got started. People saying, I love your honesty. I love your straight to the point. I love your no bullshit attitude. I've heard that a lot, and I don't even know where to get that. I just simply report things as I see it.
He's actually.
That's all I'm doing.
In that way.
So anyway, it says, my husband and I are considering a move to the Villages. He is 55 and I am 50. Are there a lot of people in that age range? I'm going to let you answer that, Linda.
Well, in my neck of the woods, there are a lot of people who are in that age group.
You're 70.
I am not.
Okay. I don't know how old she is.
But truthfully, the further south you come, the younger the age group appears to be. And 50 to 55, there are lots of folks that age down here.
Melody is in that age range. She's 50.
I just got in that age group.
Aha.
Yeah. So we're just trying to answer this question. I mean, there's lots of people here your age. You're going to fit in. Just come on down here. Matter of fact, I'll tell you right up front. I don't know what sports you're interested in, golf, whatever. You'll be surprised how many of these older people than you are that will kick your ass in a game of golf.
That's true. Or pickleball.
Yeah, I will say one thing about people here. They're active, and you can tell that most people here are healthier than in other places I've been.
Yep.
You want to see something that surprises you, go watch the Dragon Boat teams.
Oh, yeah. They're
awesome. I mean, I really am.
They are awesome.
Yeah.
I was helping one of my neighbors who can't come back here sell her house, and I was talking to the real estate agent, and she's been doing it for like 19 years, and she started when she was like 19 years old. But she said so many times she has sold a house to a couple and then will visit with them a few years later, and she said, Linda, so help me, they look younger than when they came to the Villages.
It didn't happen for me, but
But
I've aged 20 years in the last two.
I've always heard that you live 10 years longer if you live in the Villages.
I can believe that. Yeah, because
that might be true.
People move. Yeah. You got to move, and most people do. They, in some way or other. I can't do physical sports, but I can walk. I mean, I can now. Yeah, and there's plenty to do. Even if you don't do physical things, there's plenty to do.
Yeah.
My number one fan's on here.
Your number one fan.
Yeah, the president of my fan club, Healthy Home Cooking. She's on here.
Oh, man.
There's a Skip Smith fan club?
I don't know.
With one member.
I just made that up.
One member, Skip Smith?
Yeah, one member. I think before we get started on doing any other thing, tell us about Deb. I see a lot of questions up there. How's Deb? So you're the one that gets all the up-to-date info. So tell us.
Well, I've got good news. And she appreciated your cards and letters so much. I thank you all for that because it did put a smile on her face. But she, once she wasn't sedated, she put her mind to getting well. And she has done so well in the last couple weeks that they decided today that they would release her. But now she didn't get out today because they had a couple things that they had to do in the morning. But like I said, we're hoping for her to get out tomorrow. But she's well enough now that she won't even have to go to the specialty hospital. She'll be able to go home and just have a nurse helping her out. But she misses you all. And I made sure I told the nurses that was taking care of her that she was a YouTube star. So they take extra good care of her. But yeah, she's doing really, really well now. And like I said, she's just on her way to recovery. We're hoping, for long, she'll just be right back with us.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Let me butt in here. John and Paul, thank you so much for the super sticker. It says A $2. What does the A stand for? Is that Australia?
Australian, maybe?
How much is that in real money?
Australia? Australia.
How much is that in real money?
I don't know. Alexa, how much is 2
I'm
Australian
joking.
dollars?
Don't get mad. Oh, speaking of Australia, our cousin sent us a picture from Texas.
It's $1.56 in US
I appreciate
dollars.
it anyway. He's in the southern part of Texas. That's where he lives, and his neighbor has a pet kangaroo. I think it's from a zoo. The mother rejected it, and these people volunteered to take care of it until it's old enough to take care of itself, and then it goes back to the zoo. I think that's how it works.
Wow.
So wouldn't it be weird to see somebody walking around your neighborhood carrying a kangaroo?
He's in an RV park.
Oh gosh, I live in such a boring area. I don't have a kangaroo. Have you got any of you guys got a kangaroo?
Do you have the picture?
I didn't bring it up. I should have put them on here, but no, I didn't. I didn't put them on
Oh,
here.
it was so cute. It really was.
For the
Today
super
he sent us a picture of a snake.
Yeah. Yeah, we heard most of that. Oh, we got another one on here. Marcia F. $5 super sticker. Thank you, Marcia. Appreciate it.
Thank you for the super chat.
Here, I got it.
Stickers, I like you. Stickers, I like them.
Oh, quit it.
Let's skip after a couple beers.
I haven't had any. I haven't even opened it up. I am drinking good old sweet tea. It's a southern drink.
Yes.
Yeah.
Finally
So
found something
anyway,
decent.
when are you leaving California? You got yourself a new motorhome because you wore the other one out and it was ready for the heat pile. It was, and you bought this brand new one. And yesterday or day before, did I talk to you yesterday or was it the day before yesterday?
It was yesterday.
Yesterday when I talked to you, you were sitting on the floor in your new motorhome
Yes.
with a polar bear fur hanging over the couch.
Wasn't a polar bear. It was a rug. A
It
rug.
looked like polar bear, skin to me. That's all I got to say.
It was a faux fur rug.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever you say. So when are you going to get in it? Actually start it up, put it in gear, and go somewhere.
I did. I went to the beach
Today
day before yesterday.
in the motorhome.
Yeah.
How far is the beach from your house?
1 mile.
Wow.
Get used to this thing. It's big.
Yeah. 1 mile. Boy, you're getting used to that. Oh, Lord. This is going to be great.
Lardy.
Okay. We are going to play a game. We're going to play it right now.
Let it not be Jeopardy.
No.
No Jeopardy. Not until Deb comes back. Then we
Well,
can do
remember, this show is for Deb. She might be watching right now on her cell phone, and so she'll have fun. Each one of you pick 2 players in the chat. So everybody in the chat, pick me.
it.
Matter of fact, just so you guys know, that those of you that are on my YouTube thing, I did put an extra, whatever you call them, little bitty picture things in there. One of them is red and it says "pick me" on it, so you can actually use that little "pick me" thing there.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very cool. Okay, pick me's.
One of these days, I'm going to go for 5 new members. I want 5 new members during this show on my YouTube channel. It's like I say, it's 99 cents a month, big deal. And you just go up there and click that join button on my homepage and join. 5 new members. When I get enough members one of these days, we're going to start doing games where we're going to pick members only.
You don't have enough members to play?
No.
They're not part of your fan club?
No.
Oh.
I can't. No.
Okay.
You got 2?
I got 2.
I got
So?
2.
Okay. Guess we can do away with that. And Sue, you got pencil and paper?
I do.
You're keeping score.
Okie dokie.
Well, how can you play and keep score?
Hey, I've been doing it all this time, playing to keep
Yeah,
score.
too. I just didn't tell you. Well, you always had my mic turned off, so.
And wait a minute, I don't hear nothing.
Jumble the words.
Playing buttons. I do it all. The first game today is going to be Jeopardy!
What a surprise.
Well, Melody, we did real well on that one, didn't we? We said no Jeopardy. And what did we get? Jeopardy.
Okay. Now, you all know the rules of Jeopardy, right? You all have your bells, right? Ding, ding, bell, name, something I can recognize. I have mine.
I'll say beep beep, and Linda says ding ding, and I don't know what Sue says.
I want you guys to listen to these rules that they're making up. She's going to go beep, beep, and Linda's going to go ding, ding.
We both say ding ding. You don't know who says it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It could be.
There you go. There you
And
go.
I'm going to be sitting there going, now which one of them was ding, ding? Oh, Lord.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Okay, game one. Question one. Category, sweet treats. This thing comes before pieces, fast break, and peanut butter cup.
What?
Me, 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 me.
Sue?
Reese's?
That's correct.
I was gonna say that.
I finally got one.
He did. He actually finally.
See, it makes it much easier when you all have your own dinger.
Oh, I forgot with Jeopardy, aren't you
You don't
saying?
have a dinger?
um,
You don't have a dinger.
It's supposed to be like
you
a
should
question,
answer
right?
with the question. You should,
Yeah.
but it's not disqualifiable. But it just makes the game more legit when you answer with a question. Like she could have said,
Is
"What
it
the
Reese's?"
hell? What the hell is a Reese's Pieces?" You know, then I would have took that too.
Okay.
All right, category number 2: agriculture.
Uh-oh.
Iowa is the USA's leading producer.
Ding, 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 ding,
Linda?
ding.
Linda?
Oh,
Linda?
what is corn?
That's right.
That's correct.
Because I thought it was Indiana. But I looked it up.
Yeah, Indiana's slogan is we have more than just corn, something like that.
More than corn in Indiana.
More than corn in Indiana.
Yeah.
What is it? What's more?
That's,
They were
That's just
advertising
the Indiana touristy lingo thing, trying to
it's
get
for
you to come
Indiana
in.
Beach.
Yeah, we got
Indiana
Indiana Beach. You got the sand dunes. We've got jobs.
Indiana has a beach.
We have jobs, and we have jobs. One thing that most states don't seem to have anymore. Number 3, category is things to take on vacation. In case you hit the beach, bring this rated SPF 15 or higher.
Ding, 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 ding.
Melody,
What is sunscreen?
that is correct. What's the score right now?
1 to 1 to
One
1.
each. One each.
Okay. Are you guys watching the chat?
Me, ain't you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say because I get complaints once in a while saying that we got village questions on here and we're not answering them. And I want to do that because, that's what we're supposed to be doing anyway.
Okay.
I don't see any. Nobody cares about the villages anymore. They got all the answers they need. Okay.
Well, like there was one from the
Mortgage.
But we do have some news coming up in here. We're going to work news in here, not here, but we're going to get work news on this show, and we'll give you some updates on a few things. What the hell are you laughing at?
You're a little wound up today, Skip.
I don't know. I like doing this show. I really do. I
We want to be ready.
I know the show can be dumb. I know people think it's goofy. We don't really have all that many people that actually come to the show. I feel like we ought to have at least 600 people to 1,000 people on here. We never do, but hey, it's fun. Beyonce. Oh, what is this? I don't know what the category is, but I asked the question. Beyonce has more than 60 million followers on her this photo sharing app.
Beep, 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 beep.
Melody.
What is Instagram?
That's correct. Number 5. And the category is TV shows by workplace. What is workplace?
A place where you work.
Well, no, it says TV shows by workplace. Is that the name of
You should get a point for that one, Melody.
is that the name of a company?
What, you don't know the answer? These are your questions.
Okay. No, this is category. The category is TV shows by workplace.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Here's the question. Dunder Mifflin in Scranton. Melody?
What is The Office?
Wow.
That's, man, you guys know it. I don't even know what that
I
was.
got all the other ones except that one. I couldn't have gotten that one.
Okay. What score?
Melody's winning.
Yeah.
Whatever
Okay.
it is.
Number 6, category is 3-letter words. I very carefully chose that one. 3-letter words. Term for any angry crowd in the street.
3 letters?
3-letter words. A term for an angry crowd in the street.
Oh, me.
Sue?
Mob?
Very good.
Is that right?
The audience knew.
I think I need to watch
Yes.
the answers and decide. They're coming up before we can come up with them, guys.
Yeah, you guys are right on it.
Yeah, they sure are.
I've noticed that when we do these questions and things, the chat is right on it every time.
They are. They're
Yeah.
fast.
Was you here last month, Linda, when we had to recognize songs and I played them backwards?
No, I wasn't here.
You'd be amazed how good these people was.
Oh, yeah.
It really.
I wasn't.
Yeah, that's
It
amazing.
was-
I watched the show. Yeah,
I think I'm going to do that again because I thought that was fun.
Well, I might as well just set it out because, I was, and I'm good at music, but I was out in the dark on that one.
Okay. Question 7. Category is quick books.
QuickBooks. Okay.
1903. A dog runs with the wolves.
Dog runs.
Quick books in 1903. A dog runs with the books with the wolves.
Nobody's getting this one. Come on,
No one
guys.
in the audience has said it yet either.
You guys don't have no guess at all?
Well, nobody's got them.
Listen, when I tell you the name of it, you're going,
Ding, 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 ding.
yeah,
Call of the Wild.
that's right.
Yeah. See, I think of that as a movie.
But doesn't all movies start out as a book?
Most of them.
No, not all of them.
I liked it 3 months ago. We done this thing, and I asked about favorite. You had to pick the country. The country. The questions were about different countries, and I asked about what country had raised the most lavender. Melody's answer was Iowa.
It was Utah. Because
Utah.
I went to a lavender field in Utah.
Yeah,
Really?
that's a
I've never seen
yeah.
those.
yeah, that's a country. That's a country in itself.
Oh, you said what country?
Well, I have painted the lavender fields in France. I've done a lot of the paintings of that, and I did not know they had them in Utah also.
Well, they got lavender fields everywhere. There's farmers that's what they raise. I mean, make perfume and whatever. Anyway, number 8. The category is island nations. Fittingly, this country is home to Europe's largest glacier.
Ooh.
Ding, ding.
Linda,
Iceland?
you mean like what is Iceland?
What is Iceland?
Oh, good.
Well, that was a wild guess. I almost said Greenland.
Number 9. Category is continent by countries. Continent by countries.
Okay.
Paraguay and Uruguay.
That's ding, 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 ding.
Linda,
That's South America.
you mean like
Well,
what is?
South America?
I can hear Deb now after correcting, Okay. Question
You tell
10.
it like,
Huh?
never mind. Go ahead.
Category is it happened 1 February.
That's the category?
Yeah. On February 15th, 1965, Canada unfurled its new flag with this national emblem.
Oh, ding, 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 ding.
Sue?
The maple leaf. What is the maple leaf?
Yep. What's the score?
These are easy. How come these are so easy this time?
I had to dumb it down for you guys.
Linda's ahead.
Huh?
You know, one of these days we're going to play a game and have you answer the questions.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. That'll happen when you do your own show.
I am going to get, we all need to get together and have a powwow. How to get him to shave the beard.
Yeah.
Really?
So what's the score? What is the score?
Linda's ahead by 1.
Okay, we don't need a tiebreaker then. Who won?
Linda.
Oh, I did.
Okay, Linda. Who were you playing for?
I was playing for Laura Schrupp.
And who else?
Oh, I have a second one. I was playing for Ronald Wilt.
Okay, let me see if I can find the address. I don't know if you can put it on here or not. If not, we'll have to do it in a little bit. You're not going to send me who wins.
Don't you? Who wins?
Yeah, watch this little ticker down here. And where's the email? There it is right there. You can send it to Kathy M at topflightfinancial.com, or you can
Congratulations.
send it
Laura.
to Bob M at topflightfinancial.com.
Where's
I
Ronald?
think.
Yeah. To send them your mailing.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And put a little note in there saying, I won a prize on the WNL show or whatever, and they'll know what it is. Now, when they get on here, I'll ask them if they want to use that email. 'Cause I forgot to ask them.
Tell them to send a good gift.
Yeah.
And
I don't know what they're
make
getting, but I do know.
are.
I don't know what they're getting, but I do know he told me, he said it'll be a big box full of goodies. That's all I know.
Make sure you tell them who the winners are, or somebody else is just going to send their email and say, "Hey, I was the winner."
Yes.
Now,
That's right.
Good Melody.
I didn't think about that. Yeah.
We have the show. He can go back and watch the show and write down the winners, and then I get credited for somebody else watching the show. See how that works? I'm trying to figure it out here.
Okay, here's a question. Here's a question. Here's a question.
Okay. Well, here's the second game right here. Put that
Skipper,
over
here's
here.
a question. You're missing a question.
Well, tell me. What is
So,
it?
there, I think they were asking for an estimate of the cost to live in the villages.
Well, what do you mean by that?
What is your estimate of a cost to live in the villages?
I don't know. Do you eat steak or filet? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a hard one to answer.
I mean,
It
we
is.
did
Are you in a patio
earlier-
villa or from your home?
If you're talking about,
earlier video that tells what it was at that time. And
that was the average monthly expenses to
right.
live in a house, but in there you can't add grocery bills. You can't add the cost of eating out, whatever. So, I can't answer that. I really can't answer what the average monthly cost is. Do you live in $1 million house or do you live in a $150,000 house?
There's a question from Vicky. She's planning her move, will buy a home with the proceeds from the sale of their house here. So I'm guessing she won't have a mortgage. We'll have $3,700 a month between us and Social Security and all that. Is that enough to live on in the villages?
Depends on what she pays for a house or what she's got to buy a house with, But I will say this. I got a $20 super chat. It just popped
But
up.
that's with her house being paid off. She doesn't
Yeah.
have a mortgage.
That's for me.
Slow Jam. Look at Slow Jam. This is for
Wait a
Susan.
minute.
She has to live with Skip.
I have to change this. Where am I at here?
So make sure you get that.
I can't even.
Thank you, Slow Jam. I appreciate that.
Going right over Skip's head. He has no idea.
Oh, I see it. Slow jams. This is first because you got to live with me and all this. Okay. God bless America.
That was our lemon drop martini fund, Sue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to give him a thing.
Hey, the limoncello at Prima.
Okay, here's another question. I got this one. Here's another question. Another question, Skip. When you live in a villa,
Stickers, I like you. Stickers, I like them more than you.
You hate that so much, I'm gonna do it all the time.
Now listen to her. She's got a question.
This is for Deb.
Oh, she'll appreciate that.
I do it because she hates it. I can see her. She's laying in bed watching that. And I did that. She's probably thinking, "Oh, he's so classy."
You think, what a jerk.
Where's the other question?
When you live in a courtyard villa, who's responsible for the concrete wall if something happens to it?
The owner of the house.
Depends on what concrete wall.
They're talking about the courtyard in the back.
I have one on the side.
Well, yeah, I don't know. She says courtyard villa. They change, but basically, yes, you got them on each side of you. Yours is probably vinyl though, right? Down there.
No, I have a concrete wall on one side because I'm at
Okay.
the end. You're absolutely right. I am responsible for that wall.
Right.
The other vinyl fence I share with my neighbor. And
So
then
you
there's
take care of your side, he takes care of his side.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And
yeah.
then there's a wrought iron fence along the back before the golf course.
Who takes care of that?
That's mine
you?
too.
That's yours too? Okay. Yeah. I knew it was something like that. Our neighbor over here, the black wooden fence that's everywhere that kind of separates the village's property line from whatever. He has one behind his house. Well, the fence was falling apart. Hot weather, the wood was warping and things like that. And he called about it and they said, that's your problem. It lines your property.
Really?
In his district, yeah. They told him, you got to maintain that.
Actually, it's in your closing documents. If you look at your closing documents, it will tell you what walls you're responsible for or what fencing you're responsible
Yeah.
for.
And I don't think that's true in every district that you have to do certain things. They change them all the time. And so, you have to check. But yeah, just know if you do a courtyard villa, somewhere in your backyard, you're responsible for your stuff. And I don't know what that would be until you check your own district rules. And I did a video on how to find out what the district rules are in every district in the villages.
Yeah.
Districtgov.org.
Yeah. And
Huh?
it,
Give you a lot of answers.
but it's not just your district rules. You need to look at your closing documents.
Yeah, but
Great.
if you go to the districtgov.org, then it'll tell you the different areas. And I said, you can find your closing documents in there.
Tell us a joke while I send these people an invitation. Sending you an invitation there, Bob.
I have a joke. I did a joke today.
Okay. You
This
are a
is-
joke.
This is a short one.
You make me laugh when I look at you.
Good. Okay, can I tell my joke? Can I tell it? Can I tell it?
Yeah.
I got a short one. This is cute. Because one day a little boy wrote to Santa, please send me a sister. Santa Claus wrote back, okay, send me your mother. I thought it was cute.
I know.
I can see the fog.
Father was a little sister.
Wake up, Skip. Wake up.
Send me your sister. This sounds sexual.
Yeah.
Send me a sister, little
He
boy.
loves his sister, so she said, "Send me your mother," and
Yeah, it's cute.
later she get a sister.
Yeah, I have another one somewhere.
Okay, Google. Tell me a joke.
Why was the cheetah so bad at hide and seek? No matter where she hid, she was always spotted.
That was just about as funny.
I got another one.
I laughed.
Thank you, Elodie. You want me to tell another one? Then I'm out.
Okay, do us another one, then I'm going to bring in our guests.
Okay. Vacationing, and I hope nobody's offended by this, so I'll apologize.
I will be offended. You know me, I'm sensitive.
Okay. Vacationing in Hawaii, two priests wear casual clothes so they won't be identified as clergy. They buy Hawaiian shirts and sandals and hit the beach. They notice a gorgeous blonde in a tiny bikini. Good afternoon, Father, she says as she strolls by. The men are stunned. How does she know they are clergy? Later, they buy wilder attire, surfer shorts, tie-dyed t-shirts, and dark glasses. The next day, they return to the beach. The same fabulous blonde, now wearing a string bikini, passes, nods politely, and then says, "Good morning, fathers." "Just a minute, young lady," says one of the priests. "We are priests and proud of it. But how in the world did you know that we're clergy?" Uh-oh, where's my punchline?
Don't you hate
We
these
missed the
professional-
punchline.
Don't you hate these professional comedians that have to write it down?
The punchline is, "Don't you recognize me? I'm Sister Catherine from the Covenant."
Oh wow!
this person up here that was asking about the price, she just wanting to know the basic expenditures. I have to take a guess at that because that goes up every year also. Property taxes go up, food goes up, everything goes up. I'm going to say if you don't go out, you don't party, you live in your house, and just your home expenses, that would be your home insurance, your electric bill or gas bill, your normal stuff, 12 to 1400 a month. Am I off?
I'd ask Sue. You know, you never know anything on the numbers.
I really don't.
Your
I'm
basic
looking
stuff
at you. Can't you see me looking at you? I'm looking at you to help. Help me here.
your basics, your electric, your water, your cable, that kind of stuff. Yeah, you can be within the 12 to 1400 range.
Right.
Yeah,
Not
depending on
include-
what size house, but
Yeah, not including food, not including entertainment or
Yeah.
all that, or the furniture to go in the house, or I mean, you
The
know,
utilities here are very low,
They
much
really
lower
are.
than where I lived in Illinois.
yeah.
it
Grocery-
is for us too. Groceries is the odd, they're the odd thing out because
yeah,
they are higher than anywhere I've been.
yeah, groceries is the oddball. I think groceries are a little high here compared to Indiana.
But now, if this last year with the COVID, everything has went up.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter where you go, like I said, because of the COVID, like I said, they're short of everything and the prices has went up.
How much is your milk in California? A gallon of milk, regular milk, not fat-free, diet-free, sugar-free, raised in a garden somewhere, just regular milk.
Skip, I'm vegan. I don't buy regular.
You go to the store. You go to the store, so I know you see that milk over there. How much is it out there? Because here it's like $4 and $5 a gallon.
Could be. I don't know. I buy almond milk. $1.99 at Trader Joe's.
What almond tree gives milk?
Huh?
How do you milk an almond tree?
Called almond.
Okay. Let's get our guests on here. That way we can embarrass them. Man and Wife Team. And they are going to be your reverse mortgage specialists. Got any questions? Put them on there. Linda's going to watch. Melody's going to watch. Sue's going to watch. I'm going to attempt to watch, but you guys know how I am. I'll forget it. So anyway, here's Bob and Kathy Muni.
Hey,
Hi, Skip, do you still want us to be on our best behavior like we promised yesterday?
No, I don't want.
No,
No, I don't
okay.
want you to be on your best behavior at all. Nobody's ever on their best behavior on this show.
Okay, then I take back my promise to be good.
You guys are from Colorado, right?
We are, but we have deep roots in Florida as well.
Yeah. If I understand right, you guys are going to open an office down here somewhere, right?
But we're already licensed to do that, and our future holds a move back to Florida, North Central Florida. Go Gators.
And that would be with. I already forgot the name of your company.
of course,
Top
financial.
Flight, like the golf ball. Top
Top Flight. That's
Financial.
right. Top Flight Financial. Tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into this, and then we'll get into a couple of questions that I've got.
Okay, I'll let Kathy start.
Well, I was a school principal and left that to be an office manager at a mortgage company. And I got interested and I started processing loans. And then I became a loan officer and began to specialize in reverse mortgages because my heart is still education. So I have just really enjoyed working with senior homeowners and helping to explain things. Our motto is, we educate, you decide. And so that's our whole approach. I have loved the last 5 or 6 years of working with senior homeowners and being able to get them the information that they need.
And I've been in the real estate and mortgage industry since 1992. Prior to that, I was a pastor and a missionary. A little bit about us. We've been married 44 years on Friday. 5 kids, 7 grandkids. And in the last 5 years, I saw how much fun Kathy was having, helping and seeing the impact that she had on the lives of seniors. And I said, I want to get in on this too. So I became a specialist in reverse mortgages. I mean, any loan officer can do reverse mortgages, but it doesn't do it justice because it's such a specialized field that's really all we do. And we've done hundreds in the last several years, which is pretty good.
Bob and Kathy, can you explain basically what a reverse mortgage is? Can we start with that education?
Wait a minute. I want to get something done right away before I forget. Did you see the email that I put up for you guys for the winners to send their mailing address to you?
Nope, but you.
It was both of your financial blah blah email.
Yep, that would be great.
Good. Okay,
Yeah.
Linda, tell us who won.
Now I have to find that piece of paper. Laura Schritt and Ronald Wilt.
Okay, there's two of your winners right there. In case somebody tries to send you something else, that's two of the winners. Yeah, and they'll mail you their their mailing address for the prizes to be sent to. And then we're going to have another game. There'll be two more winners, and then if we get the third game in there, there'll be one more winner in that game. So you'll get a total of 5, I think, total.
Great.
Okay, now what was we talking about?
My question was, could you
What is your question? Get right to it. Quit asking.
explain basically what a reverse mortgage is? Could we start there?
Great. That's a great question. And it's really pretty easy to answer. Most people are familiar with a regular mortgage. You make a mortgage payment every month. Over the course of 30 years, you invest literally hundreds of thousands of dollars into your home. And in most folks, it's their single largest asset. So on a regular mortgage, you pay into your housing wealth. And with a reverse mortgage, it's just reverse. Instead of you paying, the wealth you've accumulated pays you. So that's the simplest way to think about it. So you can access the wealth that you've accumulated in your home. There's several products and programs that we have. But the federal government in the late 80s instituted the reverse mortgage because they realized how the retirement landscape was changing and how most people did have their largest asset was illiquid. It was the money that was in their house. And so they instituted the reverse mortgage program specifically for seniors to help seniors in retirement access additional funds.
Somebody had a question on here. I've lost it now, but I do kind of remember the gist of it. It said, so they're wanting to come in here and buy a house. If they buy a home, can they get a reverse mortgage right away?
Well, yes, the answer is yes, but they will save money if they use a reverse mortgage to purchase that home. So it's one smooth transaction. They sell up north, and then we can work in connection with the realtor in Florida and help them to use a reverse mortgage to purchase the home in Florida.
In short, we can help them buy a home with about 50 cents on the dollar. That means if they're looking at a $300,000 home, they contribute $150,000. The reverse mortgage covers the rest, and they have no payment going forward other than the obligation that everyone has, paying taxes, insurance, and HOA. So it's a great deal. So the answer is definitely yes, and we can close them in 30 days.
AJ Wells says, how does that work when you go to sell the home, or leave it to beneficiaries?
Well, it works very well. It's just a mortgage. So if you want to sell, you sell your home. It's a big myth that somehow you can't sell the home. You sell the home, you pay off the reverse mortgage, and take the rest of the equity with you to your next adventure. If the folks pass away and it goes to the heirs, this is a non-recourse loan. So no debt devolves to the heirs. If the heirs want to sell the home, they don't want it, they're going to sell it, pay off the reverse mortgage, and keep the rest of the equity as their inheritance. But there is a way that if they chose to keep the home, they could do that. And they would pay off then with their own financing, whichever is less, the appraised value at that time, or the loan balance, whichever is less is what they'll pay. And the mortgage insurance, if the loan balance was way high and the housing was way low, the mortgage insurance takes care of the rest. So they don't need to worry about it.
Well, this comes up real quick in my mind here. You said a while ago that it was cheaper to get the reverse mortgage before she would buy a new house here. Get it now.
No. If they're moving to Florida, to the villages, then they're going to purchase the property using a reverse mortgage. So we're just like any mortgage, you're getting your financing ready. And when closing happens, it's the reverse mortgage that's kicking in like 50% of that purchase price. So you don't get it when you don't have a property. It has to be on your primary residence. But if you're moving to Florida because that will be the primary residence, then a reverse mortgage can be used.
Yeah,
but it's not their primary residence until they go to closing.
Right. So that's fine. It's just
Okay.
like any other mortgage. You put it in place, you go to the closing table, you sign the documents, you bring your cash, the house is yours.
And you have to
okay.
move in within 60 days.
Okay. What was you going to say, Linda?
Well, I think there's a little bit of confusion. You don't have the reverse mortgage from the house you're buying in the villages. You've got to have equity in the house to be able to get a reverse mortgage. So you're getting the reverse mortgage on the house you have in Ohio, for example.
No, that's not
No,
correct.
am I
Let's
mistaken?
start from ground zero.
Okay.
You've got John and Betty that are coming from Ohio to the villages.
Okay.
They're selling their house in Ohio and they've got, let's say, $250,000.
Right.
They could come to the villages, they could pay cash or take out a traditional loan, or we could help them with a reverse mortgage. If they want to buy a house for $300,000, that's more than their $250,000. They would put $150,000 down.
Right.
The reverse mortgage would cover $150,000. They'd have their $300,000 to buy the house. They'd go to closing. They'd sign the papers. They move in. It's their primary residence, and all is good. But they also would have additional money. They would have over $100,000 left in their pocket that they wouldn't have if they paid cash.
Yeah, but Bob and Kathy, what I'm saying is when I say it's not on their house in the villages, the reverse mortgage comes from the house that they have. No,
it comes in the house that they're moving to.
Say again?
It comes to the house that they are moving to.
It's placed on the house that they're moving to.
Correct. They can buy it with it, just like any other mortgage.
And they don't have a mortgage payment in their house in the villages. They do have to pay property taxes, insurance, HOA, maintain the home, but they don't have a mortgage payment on that house.
So even somebody in the villages that wants to move, because I understand there's a lot of mobility in there, they can use it to sell. They can sell their current home and use a reverse mortgage to buy their next one.
So what happened to the house in Ohio?
They sold it.
They moved.
And so
They're
that,
not living there.
Yeah.
You know, this stuff confuses me too. This is why when I go to the bank, I take Sue.
Yeah.
Explain it to me.
I mean, here's what I hear. I can buy a new house that I really don't own, but they'll give me a reverse mortgage on a home that I don't even own.
No, you use the reverse mortgage to own the house. You buy it.
Did you?
Oh, I don't.
You're buying the house with the reverse mortgage.
I'm looking at Linda.
Like
And she's,
a regular mortgage.
I get it.
It is just a mortgage, exactly.
Good,
Okay.
Melody. That's right.
Thank you, Melody.
I get it. Okay.
oh,
So
Linda's
they
just saying
sell the
that. She don't
house
get it.
that they're leaving. They take the cash. They use some of it to buy the house in the villages. They use the reverse mortgage for the difference. It's about half down, half reverse mortgage. They use it to buy the house in the reverse with the reverse mortgage, and they have no monthly mortgage payment going forward, and they live there happily ever after.
Barbara Ebner has a question. Says, does your home need to be paid off or partially paid off to qualify?
So to qualify, you should have, if you're staying put, or
If
well,
you're in the
answer
home you're
is
in.
anything works, right? Whether if you have a mortgage on your current home and you want to do a reverse mortgage on that property, you're good. Or if you don't have a mortgage and you own free and clear, that works just as well. The rule of thumb is what you owe should be about at least just half of the value of the property. So you can't owe $300,000 on a $400,000 home and do a reverse mortgage.
Yeah.
But if you owe $200,000 or maybe a little less or a little more, you know, depending on your age, then you could do a reverse mortgage on a property of $400,000.
So if you have about 50% equity or more, you're great.
Right.
If you owe more than that, then the numbers can be a little bit tight. But at
Is that
50%, that's the threshold.
Yeah,
is
that's
that
a
the
rule of
normal ratio for a reverse mortgage? Is about 50% of the home's value?
It's the easiest thing I can give you. The older you get, the more you can access. I just ran some numbers for a guy that was 86 and he could access about 70%. So he only needed 30, if he could access 70% of the value of the home. So in his case, it was a $400,000 home. He could access about $280,000. So
Is that because they expected him to die any day?
they use the actuarial tables out to the about 99. So that's where it is. The older you are, the more you can access, the more you can use. At 60, between 62 and 70, it's about 50%.
Okay.
But
I always
that's
wondered how
why-
they done that. Okay.
That's why when people reach out to us, then we can run the numbers for them specifically.
But you've got to have some equity.
Yeah.
About 50% or more. Yes, ma'am.
Or less.
Somebody here says, Chris S. wants to say, I want to wish Bob and Kathy a happy anniversary.
Oh,
Thank you.
anniversary.
This is my people right here.
You got it. There you go.
Laura wants to know, do you accumulate interest on a reverse mortgage?
Yeah.
Yes, you do. It is, instead of you making the payment, the equity that's in the house is making the payment for you. But if you stop and think about it just for a second, houses appreciate. Over the last 45 years, the annual appreciation is 4% nationwide. So your home is appreciating, the loan balance is growing, but the loan balance is only about half the value of the home. So the whole home is appreciating, about half of it, and the loan balance is growing. You're actually accruing more equity even with the loan balance growing because your home is appreciated. So I like to say it's your future home appreciation that's making the payments for you.
Interesting. So if I had a reverse mortgage, say I got a $500,000 house and I had a $250,000 reverse mortgage, a year later, I get sick. I get bad news from the doctor. And I decide, well, I think I need to sell everything and move back up north around the kids to help out. Can I pay that reverse mortgage off anytime I want to and then sell the house? Or do you sell the house first and then at closing?
Yes.
Is that how you do it? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you keep the difference.
Right.
Okay. So while you got the reverse mortgage and you're living in the house, you are fully responsible for everything about that house, taxes, maintenance. If we're like in our area, it's all deed restriction. We're required by deed to mow grass, to do all these things. And so if a person dies on a reverse mortgage and he leaves the house to nobody because he has nobody, what happens to the house and the yard and all that? I mean, like the villages, they'll enact a rule. They'll say, we found you guilty. Even though the guy's dead, makes no difference. The home will be found guilty of deed compliance. We're going to mow your grass. We're going to clean the mold off the house. We're going to do whatever we got, and we're going to bill you every month for what we do. But nobody's in the house. There's a reverse mortgage on it. I don't understand how that's going to get settled.
It would be the same as any other mortgage. If they have no heirs and nobody to work through the estate, the lender, the servicer, is going to foreclose on it in order to get paid. So it's just like any other mortgage in that regard. It would be no different, the answer.
So this is a good question. If you have $350,000 from your sale and you want to buy a $400,000 house, why would a reverse mortgage be better than a traditional 2% mortgage on $50,000?
Well,
Because you get to keep. I mean, some of it depends upon your financial situation. On that $400,000 house purchase, you only need to put down $200,000, which allows you to keep $150,000 to do whatever you want with and not have a payment. So it improves your monthly budget and it improves your long-term financial resources. And it's a matter of strategy and how you think it's going to best serve you. And in most instances, you'll find that using the reverse mortgage improves the people's seniors and retired folks' financial position. If I can just take a second here, they ran multiple studies, and this is what got financial planners on board about 10, 12 years ago. A couple of economists, financial planners called Sachs and Sachs ran several thousand computerized scenarios because they were hearing about reverse mortgages. So they ran scenarios, people using reverse mortgages at different ages in different ways. And they found out almost without exception in all of those that people that used a reverse mortgage as part of a plan earliest, that means in their early 60s if possible, ended up with a far greater chance of success being defined as not running out of money and having more money in the end. So that's the kind of information that most people are not aware of, and it's really powerful.
and interest rates are not high on reverse mortgages. There are different types, as Bob mentioned, but many of them, the starting interest rate is in the 2.5, 2.6. I mean, I don't know even on a forward or regular mortgage where you would get a 2%.
They don't exist now. The regular mortgage rates are in the threes.
Yeah.
Or upper twos, threes. They're crossing the 3 barrier.
How long is the term of a reverse mortgage?
So you're 150.
Until you're 150.
It's for life.
Oh, okay. Until you pay the money back, right?
It's for life until you move out of the house, until you die, or until you sell it.
And Kathy,
Did we cover what the interest rate was? What the rate itself was? Did you say 3?
Kathy mentioned there's a couple of different programs. There's a fixed rate and adjustable. The adjustable is used by about 95% of the people because it has the most powerful features.
Okay.
That starts in the mid 2s right now with a 5% cap. So it can be mid 2s to just over 7. But on the fixed rate, which is available, they're in the mid 3s.
How many reverse mortgages can one person have?
Just one.
Right. It's tied to a primary residence. So one primary residence.
Okay. Gringo says, so to be clear, it's 50% LTV. I don't know what that means.
Loan to value.
Okay. For a reverse mortgage.
That's the fair way to kind of give a broad stroke.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's probably not exactly that, but you're saying it's just close to 50%.
Correct.
I know in banks, there's a mathematical thing here.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they have lawyers write stuff up that you can't understand. But sign here and initial there.
No, don't want to get lost in the weeds of numbers.
And then underneath that, he says on a new purchase. But it doesn't have to be a new house, though, right? It can be a pre-owned home.
Right. But it can also be a brand new home.
Okay.
We've seen folks that have lived in their existing home for decades, and say, I've never had a brand new home, and they've used a reverse mortgage to buy a brand new home. So yeah, it can be an existing home or a brand new one.
Well, I guess that answers your question, WrestleMania.
So when we were together the other day, we talked about, the question was,
Who's we? Who's we? Before you go any further, you said the other day we were talking. Who's we?
You, me, Bob, and Kathy. The
Since
four.
when did you ever listen to me? You never listen to me.
Well, I try to ignore you, but you keep.
Come on,
Okay,
Linda, you're holding up a
skip
valuable
That's
time
the
here.
skip I know.
These
Come
people's
on.
time is valuable, and you're babbling, and they got things to do. Go on, get
You're
down to that
babbling.
question.
If you'd be quiet, I could ask that question. So, Bob and Kathy, what is the downside? What is the negative, or what are the negatives of a reverse mortgage?
Well, if you're planning to leave the home in a year or maybe 2 years, I wouldn't advise doing a reverse mortgage if that's the plan. But otherwise, it is a very versatile tool. Bob's kind of coined the phrase, it's the Swiss Army knife of financial solutions, because depending on what the people want to accomplish, the reverse mortgage may very well be able to help. And that's why one of the first things we talk about when anyone contacts us is, what is it you want to accomplish? So we can see how this might help and present the information, that's most valuable.
And why not if you're going to move in a year or two?
Well, any refinance, it is a type of refinance. So if you are refinancing your home today and then you're going to move out in 6 months or a year or whatever, you might say, oh, well, there are costs involved. I'm not going to get to pay myself back. It's just not the right thing to refinance and then leave the home. It's kind of the same idea with a reverse mortgage.
Are the costs to do a reverse mortgage higher than a traditional mortgage?
They are very much in line with any government guaranteed mortgage, forward mortgage or reverse mortgage. The FHA and VA all have upfront fees to pay the guarantees. With the reverse mortgage, those fees are very much in line with the regular FHA loan, and they're less than the VA loan. And you get many more guarantees with the reverse mortgage than you do with the regular mortgages. So they're in line with the government guaranteed loans. They're very, very similar.
Is there a minimum age requirement?
The 62 for one of the parties, yes.
So that's for the government insured one. We do have what are called proprietary reverse mortgages, and the folks can be as young as 60, but that's for a high value property. So maybe 900,000, $1 million, up to many millions.
Do you have to have mortgage insurance?
Yes, you do. Any government loan requires the mortgage insurance, and it provides for the guarantees. On the reverse mortgage, the guarantees are that it's a non-recourse loan. You never owe more than the house is worth. If you receive monthly income, because we haven't talked about what you can do with the money. If you have if you have money in your house that you want to access, you can access it as cash. You can access it as income. You can you can request monthly income for the rest of your life or for a period of time. You can have a line of credit, and the line of credit is guaranteed to be there and guaranteed to grow for as long as you stay in your home. And the government guarantees that. So even if your home were worth zero, whatever you have in your line of credit is guaranteed by the federal government to be there and to grow. And if you have monthly income that you've asked for, it's guaranteed to be there and grow. So those are some of the things that the mortgage insurance covers and pays.
Got it.
So we
And there's
talk,
a very good question here from Laura Schritt. Is that if you inherit an HECM reverse mortgage, does the loan have to be paid off immediately by the person who inherits?
no, you have 6 months, and you can ask for 2 extensions that total another 6 months if you choose to. So it's not like an instant thing where there's all that pressure on people who are grieving. You have some time.
But it is appropriate to contact the lender as soon as you know you're going to inherit the house, just to begin dialogue. That's a good business practice regardless.
Barbara says, does your home need to be paid off? Did we cover that? Have to be paid off or partially paid off? We covered
Yeah,
that,
we
didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, we did. No, Barbara, he just said roughly 50% of equity is what you have to have in the house. Do you own the home in the end? I don't know exactly what that means, but
Can you
Okay.
outlive the loan?
It's just a mortgage. It has a deed. It has a deed of trust or a mortgage attached to it, just like any other mortgage. And what that says is there's a lien on the property. When you sell it, you have to pay it, but you own the house.
Okay.
See how does it accrue interest? Yeah, we already covered that too, didn't we? It's
Can
the
you
same
outlive
question.
Mortgage.
Pardon?
Somebody says, can you please explain how you can outlive the loan?
You can't.
Well, somebody said that they had a relative that had to move because they outlived the loan. So,
They were over 150. That something is
Yeah.
incorrect or misunderstood there.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunately, we deal with a lot of misconceptions and myths and things that are misunderstood that get perpetuated to reverse mortgages. And there, you can't outlive the loan.
Right.
That leads us to a good question. Can anybody or any bank or official do a reverse mortgage? And if anybody can, which one would you, how would you choose where to really go and get it done? I mean, there's got to be some people that's better than others. I mean, it's like anybody could sell a car, but you don't necessarily want to go
Bob and Kathy.
Huh?
Yes.
Bob and Kathy.
Well, yeah, but you know, some people they're watching this. They might be in, I don't know, California, God forbid.
Well, you can give us a call. We do business there too.
Right.
So
just like anybody.
but there has to be a thing is where anybody might be able to do it, but it's not necessarily the right thing to do.
Correct.
And that is very true. Anybody who's a licensed loan officer could legally do a reverse mortgage. But just like a realtor who's good at, selling homes wouldn't go and do a commercial project because they're just not skilled in that. That's not their area of expertise. That's why you don't want to go to just any loan officer. You want to go to someone that specializes in reverse mortgages, as we do, and has had a lot of experience. Because we've been involved in hundreds of them, that's why we're able to do a great job for people and make it a smooth process, rather than they're fighting with somebody who doesn't really know what they're doing, and
Yeah.
it can drag out and drag on. And
We've rescued a lot of
many
people
different
that have
kinds.
told us after working with another company or other companies that have drugged them on for 3, 4, 5, 6 months and couldn't get it closed, and we've gotten it closed in 30 days.
So here's a good question for you. I've already bought my house in the Villages. I've got a traditional loan.
She doesn't live here. She doesn't live here though. She never comes home. Never.
Can I refinance that with a reverse mortgage?
Yes, as long as it's your primary residence. Yep.
Right.
And it has to be, there has to be a seasoning. So if you just purchased or you just refinanced with a regular loan, it has to be 12 months. We have to wait. But that's true with any loan. But once that seasoning has occurred, then yes, if there's enough equity there, absolutely.
Let me ask this, because my dad was a big believer in this, and I don't even know if they do it anymore. Anytime he bought a new car, he always got this life insurance with it, so that if he died, the payments would be paid off by this insurance company somewhere, and mom wouldn't have to worry about it. Can you get that on a reverse mortgage?
Yes, you can. Is it? It's hard. It's very expensive, and they're not the greatest products. But the answer is yes, you can.
Right.
Okay. Well, my dad would have bought it because it just made him sleep better at night, you know. But until the day he died, he actually thought it was a good investment to buy U.S. bonds.
Well, to address your question as well, if husband and wife are in the property and one passes away, the surviving spouse doesn't leave the property unless he or she chooses to. They
Right.
continue to live there without the mortgage payment.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's a question here. I don't know if we covered it or not. It's kind of the same thing, but I think you talked about it. It says, so when you die, this is from Kelly B. So when you die, your estate is responsible for the balance of the reverse mortgage.
It's just like any other mortgage. When the person dies, the heirs have to do something. If they want to keep the house, you can't keep a loan from somebody that dies in perpetuity. So they've got to do something with any mortgage when the owner dies. You can pay it off, you can refinance it, you can sell it and pay the loan off and keep the difference. Or with a reverse mortgage, if you don't want to do any of those, you can give them the keys and they'll take the house from you.
Right. So by having 50% in reverse mortgage, if they die, and if the heir just doesn't want to deal with anything, it sounds like to me the simplest thing would be just sell it, take your 50% at closing, and walk on down the road.
Right.
That's right.
Okay. That sounds easy. WrestleMania says, good question. How do you know? You don't even know what a good question is. So are they banking on you dying or timing out on your RM?
On reverse mortgage.
I don't know what RM. Oh, reverse mortgage.
Reverse mortgage.
Yeah, I got it. I'm
They're-
bad on
yeah,
that.
they're not actually banking on that, but we all will pass on at some stage. The reverse mortgage is giving you an opportunity to access some of the housing wealth in your home and put it to work for you. And, it's guaranteed. So there's nothing goes, to trouble your heirs. At the end, they don't have to pay anything back. I mean, it's not a thing where they're counting on you dying, but we all will pass away at some point. And if you do, and the last borrower leaves the home permanently, the loan comes due.
Now, here's a question here. I think there's some information here that's not correct. Listening to what you guys have got to say, and you're the experts. Cynthia says, Karen V., I knew someone who outlived a reverse mortgage and she had to move out when it matured. Reverse
That
mortgages.
we addressed that. There's
do we?
something missing there because there is no mechanism that forces you out unless you don't pay taxes and insurance.
Right.
And that's the only thing that we can. Well, I'm thinking there was a time years and years ago where and it's no longer true. So this may have been true way in the past. I just thought of this. That if there was a non-borrowing spouse, let's say they had a younger spouse and they died, the younger spouse did have to move out, and that was an issue. But they fixed that over 10 years ago. That's no longer true.
Okay. Eric Cotterman, I think it's a kind of a two-part question here. I'll read the whole thing to you. It'll make sense to you probably. In that example in Florida, can the owner pay monthly payments to reduce the reverse mortgage to increase the equity in the villages, the home here? After the use of reverse mortgage to buy the home, then stop paying on the loan at any time, and then the mortgage starts back up.
Well,
Yeah, the answer is yes. It's a great strategy.
yeah.
Do you want me to go down that?
Well, let me
Oh,
talk.
okay.
So, yes, you can make payments to a reverse mortgage of any amount at any time. So you're not, tied into on the first of the month, I have to pay $1,200 and I'm worried about that all the time. With a reverse mortgage, you never have to make a payment, but you can if you choose to. And if you have the type of reverse mortgage that has the line of credit, it is so cool because maybe one month you decide you want to pay $500 or the next month $600 and then you don't want to pay. You decide whenever you want to pay. The money goes to reduce the loan balance, but it also goes into your line of credit that's growing and compounding annually. So you have access to it if you need it.
Right. On a regular mortgage, when you make your payment, nothing beneficial happens to you other than the amortization schedule. You reduce your loan balance and quote unquote increase your equity. If you make payments on the reverse mortgage, dollar for dollar, if you make $1,000 payment on your reverse mortgage, you have immediate access to that same $1,000. So let's say you do that for 2 years. You've put in $24,000. At the end of 2 years, your car dies and you want to buy another car, or your house needs some work. Every dollar that you paid into that mortgage, all $24,000 plus, is available to you to draw back on, and you don't have to take out another loan to do that. It's like making payments to yourself.
Who is a good candidate for a reverse mortgage?
Well, there's kind of three buckets of folks. There are those that have great need. We've helped folks that have had less than $100 a month margin in their budget, and some where they didn't have enough money in their budget. They're juggling paying for food, their the utility bills or medicine. They were just juggling which bills they weren't paying every month. And when we finished with them, with their mortgage payment gone, they had breathing room, and often they had additional funds. So there are those that we term with a need. There are those that understand the power of the line of credit and the other resources and ways that the reverse mortgage can benefit them strategically in a retirement plan. And that's the second bucket, those that are savvy and understand how to use it as part of a plan to make everything work better together and end up with more money in the end. And then the third bucket are those that want to buy a home and use the reverse mortgage to not have a payment and to potentially keep a lot of extra money in their pocket.
What is, for people that's qualifying, what does the process look like?
Well, it's pretty simple. We ask people to, contact us so that we can ask, what are your goals? And we get some information, cursory information, birthdays, and so on. And that's a pretty quick process. We provide the information so everybody can look it over and be comfortable. If the folks decide, yeah, this seems good to me, this is what we'd like to do, and they want to move forward, it takes about 5 minutes to do a loan application with us. And that counseling that Bob may or may not have mentioned, the government requires counseling, and that's a good thing. It's a protection thing to be sure that everyone understands how it works.
And it's not marriage counseling.
No, and it's not. Today I talked to a man who says, so I have to have psychological counseling? No, you don't.
Right?
But when the counseling is complete, there is a certificate provided. So when we have the signed loan application and the signed certificate, then that's the starting line. There's 5 or 6 or so documents that we collect from the borrowers that are supporting documents. And then, under normal circumstances, we get that loan closed in 30 days or less.
And the requirements are much less severe than a regular mortgage. Bad credit is often not an issue. We're not using debt to income ratios. Most of the time, people just on Social Security make enough income to do what we need to do. And so it's a lot easier process for qualifying. Most people that we work with could not qualify for a regular mortgage because of their limited income. We usually don't have a problem with that. We've got a lot of ways that we can get people approved much more easily.
Yeah, we call it a seniors loan because it was created to help seniors, and seniors are often on a fixed income in retirement and just don't have a whole lot of income anytime.
Okay. Melody, did you have a question?
I think my question was already asked.
Oh, okay.
You
Sue,
just
did you
asked.
have one?
I think they've
I
covered
got a
it all.
couple more.
But like I said, is there any common misconceptions that you've heard of that you'd like to clear up?
Well, one of them is that I have had people say, well, if I did a reverse mortgage, the bank would own my home, and that's not true. We've also talked about folks who think, well, if I do a reverse mortgage, then I can't sell, and that's not true. So those are our common misconceptions.
And it's often one is that it's a loan of last resort. That's not true anymore. Financial planners are readily embracing it. And I'll give one quick story as to what that can look like. We have some folks that were very concerned about long-term care. They didn't have enough resources to take care of long-term care, but they had a paid-for house. They did a reverse mortgage to put a line of credit in place. In their case, they had a $600,000 home. They had a $300,000 line of credit. And their plan was they were in their mid-60s. And they figured by the time that they needed for long-term care, for either in-home health care or for a facility, however they chose to do it, by the time they needed it, that line of credit would grow from 300,000 to approaching 500,000 because the line of credit is guaranteed to grow and to be there. So even if their house went to zero, they knew that they had the money to take care of long-term care when they needed it. And having that line of credit provided them huge peace of mind, and they didn't have to use their other resources, which would have hurt their retirement finances.
Well, thank you so much, Bob and Kathy. We've learned a lot, and I know we've got a million more questions. Maybe that'll be a reason for you to come back again and do some more with the WNL.
Are you kicking them out? Are you kicking them out? Because I got one more question.
Oh, well, go right ahead.
We're here.
Well, my only other question was, we could ask questions all day long, and I'm still seeing them rolling in, and I don't want this show to go 3 and 4 hours long. We will probably have to have you come back again. Just like Craig, we have him back because he's got so many Medicare questions. We just can't keep up with all of them. But anyway, with all the time that you guys has worked on years and the people you've talked to and given different reverse mortgages to who knows how many people, do you have any particular interesting story about that?
Oh, we have so many stories because each one is just a happy thing when people are able to
change their lives.
Yeah, it changes their lives. But one that comes to mind is some folks came to us sent by their financial planner because they wanted to get an RV and travel. And the financial planner said, I don't want you to pull from your retirement, funds, because that wouldn't be good. But talk to Bob and Kathy about a reverse mortgage. So we were able to help them to do that on their home. And as a result, they purchased an RV and they've been enjoying it this whole COVID year. So it was a great thing.
No, I've got one where people ask me what I do, and sometimes I say I help people dance, and they kind of look at me straight. So what do you mean? I said, well, let me tell you about Pat. Pat was a lady that was just in her late 70s, almost 80. She had been living hand to mouth for so long that she didn't think there was any hope. Then she heard us talk on the radio, because we have a radio show, and she called and said, what could we do? Well, when we finished with the reverse mortgage, she no longer had a monthly payment, which immediately put $800 a month back in her budget. She had an additional $40,000 in her line of credit that she could do whatever she wanted with. And she had a list of things that she had wanted to do but couldn't. When we finished signing the papers, Pat got up and started dancing. And I looked and said, Pat, what's going on? She said, it feels so good to not have the stress, to be able to have some margin in my budget, to be able to do things that I never thought I could do. I got to dance.
I've got one more. There was a couple where the husband was working at Home Depot, but being on his feet, it was only part-time, but he had to work to make the mortgage payment. He couldn't retire, even though he was retirement age, and the part-time job at Home Depot was a retirement job, if you know what I mean, but he had to keep working. So they did the reverse mortgage, and that allowed him to get off his feet. Now, he can work if he wants to or not work if he wants to, but he doesn't have to work. And that was such a blessing for them, for he and his wife.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I look at this more as a tool than anything else.
It's a tool.
Swiss Army knife, Skip.
Can I ask? This has been absolutely fabulous, and obviously I had some misconceptions as well. And absolutely, I would vote and hope that you come back and talk to us again.
Yes.
In the meantime, however, is there a resource that you would recommend that somebody read or look at or learn from to get a general education, so that our questions to you next time are even better than we're getting today?
Yes, they can reach out to us, and we've got some booklets and things that we can send to folks, as well as our website. It's tfftomfrankfrankreverse.com. They can reach out to us on our website, or I see you've got our email and phone numbers. If they want to, we can get them those resources. We've got some really good ones. I've written an article, and the website is chock full, and we've got our radio show on the website. So if they like what we're saying, you can listen to us from the radio.
Wonderful.
Right.
Wonderful.
Real quick. I got this from Russ Romania. I guess Barbara Edmer, I must have missed it. Says they want to know if the reverse mortgage rules, whatever they are, differ state to state.
No, they're the same. And I want to say thank you, Linda, for your comment, because there are so many misconceptions and myths. That's what we do more than anything. And I will summarize by saying the government recognized over the years things that were deficient, things that needed to be changed. And especially in the last 7 to 10 years, they have made so many changes that we can wholeheartedly embrace this solution, where 15 years ago, not so much. It was a very niche product. Today, it is not. It is applicable to almost anyone. And I'll say one last thing. If you're in your house and sitting on all this wealth and you've got no kids, or your kids don't care that they don't want the house, why would you not access the wealth in your home if you've got nobody to pass it on to?
Right. Right.
That's a good question. Well, I'm glad we had you on here, because I know that when it comes to the exact answer, sometimes it's hard to get that. You know, people tell you these stories of somebody they knew once, or a friend of a friend of a friend told them something. And so I wanted to get you on here so that we could get exact answers. I knew there was a lot of people that might have been interested in it, but they'd heard all these stories and they weren't sure if they were true, what they're getting into, and all this and that. I know we didn't get to all the questions. I'm sorry, but we got to move on with the show. I hope we can get you guys to come back sometime. Maybe when you get down to Florida and open your offices down here, we can get together with you and have you back on.
That'd be great.
Yep.
And Skip, thank you so much for having us on. We really appreciate it. And it's just been great.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Well, thanks for being here. And like I say, we'll try to get you on again. And we do appreciate it. And I'll just say adios.
Thanks so much.
Wow. They're great.
What'd you
Yeah.
think?
And
What'd you
everybody's
think?
asking for them to come back. I
Yeah,
thought it was very
definitely.
interesting. I learned a lot.
Did you? I
I'm
thought
thinking of a number of people that I know that could really benefit from something like this. And I'm definitely going to go ask them for those pamphlets so I can get myself educated.
Well, and too, because I think somewhere along the line, the rules changed, because I remember reverse mortgages way back, and they were not like this.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if they have different kinds, and I should have asked them that if they had different kinds of reverse mortgages. But I said, I heard somebody say that their relative outlived their policy, and I think what they meant was the house was not worth what it was when they first got the reverse mortgage.
Yeah.
So that makes it, you still got to pay the money back, whether the house is worth it or not.
But
Well, I
that,
apologize to all the people with all the questions. I still see them plopping up here. Some of the questions has already been answered. You'll have to go back and watch the replay, and you can get the answer in the replay. A lot of the other questions I see here are new. We just didn't have time. So, we'll get them back on here again someday. And when we do, one thing I will say is don't hesitate jumping in the chat and typing in a question, because that's how we're doing it. I have some questions. Linda has questions. Melody has questions. We will ask our stuff, but then we really depend on you to throw them questions in there, type them in there.
And we try to get to all of them, but it's hard to get everybody. But
yeah.
And we get as many as we can.
Where is the super chat train? I don't see the super chat train at all tonight. I have
everybody's
not.
too busy. They've been too busy with questions.
Yeah, well, there's a super chat button down there. Press it. That's what this show's about. So anyway.
Everybody's so
Okay.
interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Pick me, pick me, pick me. We're going to do a second game. The girls don't know what it is yet, but I do.
We have to pick 2 winners.
2 rules there this time. You guys pick 2 players again, a piece. Each one of you is going to have 2 winners. We're giving stuff away now.
Okay.
I got my 2. Oh, there's a super chat for you.
All right. I see that. You got your 2? Everybody got the
Got
2?
mine.
Leave it to California.
Okay, I got it. Well, I got more time.
Yeah.
That was really good. I learned a lot.
Not a super chat.
I love
Thank you
learning
for
stuff.
the super chat.
Oh, that's right.
Stickers, stickers, I like stickers, yes I do. Stickers, stickers, I like stickers more than you.
Who was the first super chat? Was that Patty Ziak? I think that was the first super chat, wasn't it? Patty
Yeah.
Ziak. Okay, that's what I'm going to say. Hope I'm pronouncing your name correct, Patty. And then there was another super chat.
Linda G.
Linda
Linda
G.
G. And I know because those
Thank
are my
you
initials
for
before I
the
came to
super
the house.
chat.
You say you were playing for Linda G?
No. She's the one that gave us a super chat.
Yeah, here's what I'm saying. They gave us a super chat. Somebody's got to pick her for a game. Just saying. Yes, I can be bought. We've heard
And he's
that.
not cheap.
Thanks for the super chats. We appreciate it. Let's keep the super chat train going.
Thank you all.
The game, you all have your players. Here's going to be the new game. We've never done this game before.
Okay.
It's an old game, but we just never done it here. I don't know how it's going to turn out. Maybe a bombshell, but we'll see. We're going to play trivia.
Oh. Well,
Oh,
You done that before?
No,
I can see the three of us are really excited about this one.
that's what I'm looking at. What? No, don't like this one.
can do anything quick.
Well, if you don't like this one,
Florida.
if you don't like this one, wait till the third game. Okay, trivia. Number 1. Sue, you keep score.
Got it.
Number 1. What is the rarest color of M&Ms?
Beep,
Ding,
beep,
ding,
beep.
ding.
Melody.
I'm guessing blue.
Thank you.
Oh, never mind. That's the wrong button.
Ding, 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 ding.
Linda.
Brown.
That's correct.
After I said blue, I thought
I never eat those. I don't like the brown ones. I like green ones.
You know, I'm an M&M's eater. I like the M&M with the peanuts, whatever. I don't think there's any difference in the flavor at all.
Oh, the green ones are good.
No, I don't think so. I think when it comes to the hard part of the shell, it's just food coloring. I don't think there's any difference to flavor whatsoever.
Well, I'm gonna blindfold you one of these times and make you try, and we'll see.
I'll tell you what, somebody tried that with me when it come to Pepsi and Coke, said I couldn't tell the difference, and I can.
oh, I
Really?
can't do it.
Yes, I
yeah,
can.
there's definitely a difference between Pepsi and Coke.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. I go with Coke. You know why? Whiskey goes better in it. I know you drink almond milk and you think that's weird.
Bourbon.
Number 2, in a website browser address bar, what does www stand
Beep, beep,
for?
beep, 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 beep.
Melody.
World Wide Web.
That's correct.
Everybody knows that one.
You didn't get it.
I didn't, but she does. She dinged before me. Were you
Number
dinging?
3.
Were
What
you
year
dinging?
was the first Air Jordan released?
I don't even know what an Air Jordan is.
Beep,
Shoes?
beep, beep, beep.
It's a sneaker, but Melody.
1991? Just guessing.
So,
I'd be totally guessing.
I
well,
was
guess. And then we'll move on to another show or another.
94.
84.
84.
It's correct.
That was
Really?
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't even know what an Air Jordan was.
I don't know. I'm looking at your chat. Did somebody in the chat tell you?
No.
You sure?
I'm not.
No, nobody answered 84.
Yeah,
What is
look-
that?
And I
look at
said
mine.
84. I said 94.
Look
Wow,
straight.
I got that one right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Whoa.
1984. Have I got any new members I haven't really paid attention. I don't think so. Not yet. Number 4. According to Greek mythology, well, that's got Linda's name written all over it. According to Greek mythology, who was the first woman on Earth?
Ding, 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 ding.
Linda?
Athena. Oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Okay, you guys.
What?
Oh no.
Who's the other one? Greek goddess. Come on, you
Yeah.
guys. Help us. I can tell nobody's into Greek mythology here.
Thank you for the super chat.
Stickers, stickers, I like you. Stickers, stickers, I like them more than you.
Okay, Laura says
Thank
Pandora.
you, Mr. Dempsey. I appreciate it. I can always depend on Dempsey and I can't think of the other guy's name.
Aphrodite is a good guess.
A 999 super sticker from David Dempsey.
Aphrodite.
Pandora.
Was that yes?
We're down the answer.
I like the other one. I like Eve. I don't
The
think that's-
answer is Pandora.
Okay. Look at all those people who had it.
Melody had that.
Well,
Yes,
no,
you
I cheated. I read the chat.
Oh, okay. So nobody got it?
Nope.
Not us. They got it.
Not that I heard. Number 5. Fissures, vents, and plugs are all associated with which geological feature?
What were they again?
Fissures, fissures, F-I-S-S-U-R-E-S. Fissures, vents, plugs
Beep,
are
beep,
all associated with which? Did somebody ding?
It sounds like an
Yeah.
earthquake.
With geological feature.
Like a volcano?
Was that a ding ding?
Yeah, beep, 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 beep.
Was it beep beep?
That's correct.
Beep.
Woo!
Good.
That was a good
Very
guess.
good.
Okay, it's a tie.
Oh,
What's the score?
It's 2-2.
Okay,
tiebreaker.
Number 6. Where were the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the Bill of Rights stored during World War II?
No clue.
In a federal vault of some type, I imagine.
Fort Knox?
Did I hear a ding ding?
No.
No, we don't really know what it was called.
Well, whatever you're going to guess, you got to ding ding first. I don't
Oh,
care
ding
what
ding. Was it still in Philadelphia? I don't know.
I can't believe
So ding ding and then answer your answer.
Oh, ding ding, Fort Knox.
Fort Knox. It was Fort Knox?
yes.
That was just like a guess.
Good guess, Sue. I was going to say Area 51.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would have been good.
That would've been good.
Yeah, I never thought of that because nobody'd go there anyway. I mean, you know, they could put that on a flying saucer.
Eric says it skips place.
Okay, 1 to 2. Still tie.
Okay, question 7. Which country consumes the most chocolate per capita?
Ding, 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 ding.
Linda?
Consumes it?
I think that's what I said. Consumes the most chocolate per capita.
Per capita. China. I was going to
Beep, 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 beep.
Melody?
United States.
another one.
Beep, beep, beep.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
Sue?
The Netherlands.
Okay, all three of you guess you were done. It was Switzerland.
Oh, that was my first guess, but you said consume.
That's what I said, consumed.
I thought, okay.
Okay.
Number
Laura
8.
got it again. I think Laura's doing really well. Let's have her on the show.
Which two U.S. state don't observe daylight savings time?
Beep,
yeah.
beep, beep, beep.
Melody?
Arizona and
Ding, 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 ding.
Dang it. Alaska.
Linda?
Hawaii.
All right, there's 2 states. You named one.
Oh, I thought you had Arizona. So
She did, but you didn't.
Arizona and Hawaii.
Whew, God, this game is getting me too. No, that's true. That's right. You got it. Okay, number 9. What is the loudest animal on Earth?
Skip Smith.
I like it. Give her a point for that one.
I wouldn't say that.
No guesses? The loudest animal on Earth.
If I say an obvious one, it's probably wrong.
I'll guess. A lion.
I can tell you that it's not obvious.
It's not obvious?
No.
Oh,
Rhinoceros.
Nope. They just make a rhinoceros is big as. Have you ever heard them? They make a squeaky sound. That's all they do.
All
Nobody's
right.
gonna get this one. I can tell. It's a sperm whale.
Oh, see, we got that. Yeah, got it
Somebody
again.
did get it in the chat. Brenda Katz.
Wow.
I'm telling you,
You better get a
the
really
chat
good
is on it.
They might be cheating
Yeah.
and looking it up on the internet or asking their little
Okay,
Amazon.
number 10. This will be the last question. Is it? No, I got a bunch of questions here in case we need a tiebreaker. What was the first toy advertised on TV?
First toy?
The first toy advertised on TV.
What's that thing that you go like this and it goes around in a circle?
it's a
Want me to answer the question for you?
Oh,
Oh,
ding, 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 ding.
what?
The Jack in the Box.
I bet that took the bubble out of your balloon, didn't it?
That wasn't it. Oh.
Anybody else guess?
BB.
Was it a BB gun? Oop.
Melody?
Was it yo-yo?
See, I would have thought that too. Because I go way back and I had a yo-yo my whole life. So you got a guess? Just think about when you was a kid and what was the probably one time I think this was probably like the number 1 Christmas present for
I was
kids.
going to say Barbie dolls.
Nobody knows?
Like
Well,
I
the
said,
chat knows.
Okay.
Building blocks?
It
Building
was
blocks?
Slinky.
Mr. Potato Head.
Oh.
Mr. Potato Head. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
a lot of people in the chat said Slinky and Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah.
You know, I thought that advertisements would have been way before this. Like,
That's
when
'cause
did advertisements start? When did Mr. Potato Head come out?
A long time ago, I guess.
Apparently.
Let's do another one real quick. Number 11. What is the tiny piece on the end of a shoelace called?
Oh. It's the same thing.
Aggravating.
It's the same thing as your genetic, the thing that tells how old you are in your genetic thing.
Your DNA.
Once you tell us, we'll know it.
I'm not sure how to pronounce it myself. I'm going to say anaglet. Anaglet.
Okay, Laura, you got to be looking this up because she got that one too.
They always know. I'm telling you.
Shame. No, looking it up in Google.
Okay, this one should be fairly easy, and then we'll move on to something else. We got news to get to and everything.
No.
Number 12. In the UK, what is the day after Christmas called?
Beep.
Melody?
Boxing Day?
Correct.
Yeah, but now we got to
Are we tied?
Yes. Melody and Linda are tied.
Okay, I got two more. Whoever answers either one of these correct, Sue, you're out. Whoever answers either one of these correct will be the winner. Number 13. Which of Shakespeare's plays is the longest?
Oh, God. Julius Caesar.
No, I hit the wrong button.
Romeo and Juliet?
No.
It was Hamlet.
Oh, yeah, Hamlet was long.
Okay, this is the last one. And if you neither one to get it right, because there's going to be two winners. So what we're going to do is if neither one of you get it right and it's a tie, Melody will pick one winner out of her two, and you'll pick one winner out of your two, Linda. That way there'll be two winners, and we'll send them over.
Oh, that's a nice thing to do.
Yeah, I'm a good guy. As we discussed, I can't. When I had I couldn't even fire people.
I know.
How many of the Snow White 7 Dwarfs' last names end in Y?
I didn't know they had last names.
I don't know their last names.
They only have first names.
Oh no, I didn't say that. Have. How many of Snow White 7 Dwarfs have last names ending in Y?
7. Oh no, there's one that doesn't. 6.
I'm just gonna say 6.
That's her guess.
Oh.
Melody.
5.
Melody won.
Oh.
The 5 are Dopey, Grumpy, Sneezy, Sleepy, and Happy.
Yeah, but you guessed.
I don't even know what the rest of them are.
I think I like your other approach. Let's send one to each. Oh, she can have 2 and I can have 1.
Melody won. What's your 2 players, Melody? She's always trying to negotiate me.
Okay, I picked this one because they said pick me first. So Dave and Pam Scott.
Oh,
and
good.
then,
I had them on my list.
And then Linda G, before she did the super chat, I picked her.
Oh.
She's the one that said, "Oh, somebody pick her." She did the super chat. I had already picked her before she did.
And I had Dave and Pam, so either way, they were going to win.
Well, you see the emails going across the bottom of the screen. Write them down real quick because I'm fixing to shut that off. Or you'll have to watch the replay to get those emails. So I'll let it run for a little while, but write those down and send your mailing address to those people. And then they'll send you the prizes, up to which I have no idea what they are. I just know it's supposed to be a box of
Goodies.
goodies of some kind or another.
And if you send them and saying you're the winner and you're not the winner, they're just going to send you brochures on reverse mortgage.
Well, either that or what I'm going to do is I'm going to write these names down and I'm going to email them myself. Well, I'll get a cell phone. I'll send them myself saying, here are the winners. So, but I don't think I have a problem with that. People not here. They don't cheat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We done all that. Now what's coming up next? The news. That's coming up next. And so with the news, hold on. Do I have news? Do I have news music? I think I do, right?
I don't remember.
I do. And now for the news. All the news in the villages. Here's Melody. Yay.
Okay, well, first, the developers of the villages are suing the city of Lady Lake for not letting them put apartments in Spanish Springs.
Where did you hear that, Melody Lane?
Skip told me just before the video. But I have other news too. Do you want to show them the pictures, Skip?
Oh, pictures, yeah. I'm sitting here daydreaming. Wait a minute. I gotta find this thing here. Oh, God. I'm just sitting here thinking,
And then I have
man,
even more news after that.
I don't know. I'm sitting here going, I'm amazed. We haven't had a train wreck today. Everything's been going just fine.
That's questionable.
I got in. Oh, here it is. Outside picture. Here he is.
Okay, that's a new restaurant. It's not Dempshar's anymore. It's,
No.
I forgot the name. What's the name?
Augustine's 1812.
Augustine's. So we did talk about Augustine's at a previous WNL.
We did.
And so my son and I went there, I think the next day after we talked about it. That's the inside. That's just the bar area inside. It was really pretty inside. It was really nice. We went at like 2:00 in the afternoon because we did not want to be there during rush hour. So we went in an off time. And my son ordered this weird pizza. He likes to order weird stuff, something he's never tried. He'll order something different. And he didn't like it at all, although he was eating it. He didn't want to send it back or anything. That's it. There was nothing wrong. It's just weird. And, they didn't cook it wrong or anything. It has pears and some weird cheese on it. It's not blue cheese. But
did you say pears?
Yes, pear, the fruit pear.
And it's got balsamic vinaigrette.
Yeah.
Gorgonzola cheese.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Now,
where's the meat?
I don't think there was any. But he didn't like it. He didn't complain or even tell them that. And I had the best burger. What? Yeah, it looks gross. I had the best burger though. It had prosciutto on it. Prosciutto. What's that?
Prosciutto, yeah.
I've never had a burger with that on it. It was the best burger I've ever had. It was so good. I split it with him.
Wow.
But they walked by and said, "How do you like the pizza?" And he was honest. He says, "I don't really like it." So they took it back and refunded us. He said, "Can we make you another one or make you something else?" And he's like, "No, we didn't really want to wait, and we had something to do." So we're like, "No, we're good." He shared mine. And so they refunded they didn't charge us for that pizza.
Yeah.
There was nothing wrong with it. I mean, the chef probably did it the way it's supposed to be done. It's just not a food he liked. And I taste it.
And I think that's the last video that Jeb and I did was there, and it didn't make it on the air. I'll just put it that way. But we had fried olives, the deep fried olives. Have you ever tried those? It's the only place I've ever seen them.
Olives, so.
Well, I love olives, all different kinds, but the deep fried, not so much.
Yeah, they have
try
different food there, but then they have regular food too. Like,
oh yeah, the other I had the portobello with the cheese and the tomato and the balsamic vinaigrette. Oh, I thought that was wonderful. I really did. But yeah, I tried the fried olives, but like
Tell us what's going up at Katie Bell.
Isn't that where they want to put the apartments in?
Yes.
Yeah, the top is where they're suing, so they can put apartments. They want apartments.
Yeah, that's what the law. There's the inside. These are the best pictures I could find. I know they're a little grainy, but anyway, you can see at the top, that second floor for people that has never been in Katie Bell's. They're wanting to put apartments up there, and it goes all the way around the inside of the building, and that's where they're wanting to put them. And Lady Lake has told them no. They voted it down. Said no, it was a parking issue, and so the developer is suing the town of Lady Lake to get some bill passed so he can have them build 65 or something of them in there. So
and then,
Florida's friendliest hometown.
There's also a new rec center. The First Responders Rec Center is opening up in the north. So I'm really excited about this because all the new building is in the south, but this is up right off of 42 and the most northern part of the Villages. It's just on the other side of the street for me. So I'm really excited. Cool. We're going to have basketball, tennis, pickleball.
Is that very close to? Is that very close to Mulberry?
But it's 5 minutes from Mulberry.
Okay.
They're going to have croquet. They're going to have beach volleyball, lawn bowling, their fire pit, a resort style pool. And then inside they have a kiln, the craft room, and then a game room, and then another big multi-purpose room, I think.
Nice. Very nice.
Oh, and a walking trail. There's a lot. And we don't have any of that stuff up here.
Yeah, like I said, they're few and far between in the north end.
Yeah.
Well, we're used to it, but up there they don't have as many.
Yeah, very nice.
Tony Kessler is a new member. I just see that popped up here. You guys aren't watching. I depend on you.
You have a lot of super chats.
Do I? A bunch of them. You need to go back.
A ton of them.
Well, we need to put this show on hold.
Yeah. Do your super chats.
Well, I got to get back over here. I got two screens here, and
I
see him. Good Lord. Laura Lamp sent $10 super chat. Thank you, Laura. Appreciate it. Albert Marchionda.
Did you see Gator?
And Tony Kessler, a
Kessel.
$10 super chat. I appreciate that. Oh, that's the wrong button.
Keep going.
Wait a minute, I gotta find my thing. There it is.
No,
Yeah.
it's no super chats is when I was doing the news.
Huh? Oh, yeah. You're correct. And Albert Marchino was a $20 super chat, and Laura Lamp was a $10 super sticker.
Thank you for the super chat.
Well, they cracked really.
Stickers.
Stickers.
Stickers, yes I do.
I do.
Stickers. Stickers. I like stickers more than you.
Gator, $10 super chat.
The
Super
number one
sticker.
fan.
Yeah, he says he's your number one fan. He or she is a number one fan. Skip.
Well, you're going to have to go talk to Healthy Home Cooking about that. She's a president of my fan club. Yeah, well, that could be just a Pennsylvania
Only
territory.
fan.
Yeah. And Sandy Marandola. Am I saying that right? I'm going to stick with it. Marandola. I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the super chat.
And it was a super sticker.
Stickers. I like stickers, yes I do.
And Tony Kessler is a new member. Appreciate you for doing that. How many new members do we get tonight? You guys keeping count? Let me guess. No.
I think just two, just the Karen Dollar. And
Just forget.
So I need 3 more to get my 5.
The name's right.
Dang, I just need 3 more members to get my 5. 3.
And I want to say they're saying what kind of cheese they say, feta or blue cheese. It was not feta and it was not blue cheese. It was a weird name I've never heard of before. We had to Google it. It was, that's it. Say it again.
Yeah.
Well, let me just say, whatever it was,
Because you usually pair that with pears, gorgonzola and pears, and then like Sue says, you sprinkle the balsamic vinegar on it. So I've just never seen it on a pizza, but
whatever it was, I won't be ordering it.
No, but the burger I got was really good.
It looked disgusting.
Oh,
That's just my
it
opinion.
looked healthy.
boring.
And it was a good restaurant, I think. They were very good service.
So you done with the Spanish Springs news?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Sue, you got Lake
Oh,
Sumter
well.
area?
I do. And like I said, one of the things, and it's not brand new,
By the
but
way, there's our partner.
oh, did you for that?
Yeah. There's Deb. She's gonna hate me.
He'll never come back now.
Picture of her is better right here in the corner.
Yes, this is their best. She's wearing her wedding hair too.
Okay.
But like I said, the entertainment industry's had a really hard time during the COVID. You know, the theaters have been shut down and everything. And the movie theaters, all of them's been down, but they finally opened the one in Lake Sumter up. And they have a great concept. I mean, to get it going. And I said, Lazy Max Taco Shack, they put in that a year or two ago, and that's nice. And they're having a Cinco de Mayo festival, May the 5th from at 1 p.m. But they also have Lazy Mac Laughs, which is a comedy club inside. And they have that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights. This week would be Joe Casabello and Dean Napolitano. And the doors open at 6:30 and show is at 8. You can get those tickets at the box office. But they are, that's a really great concept to get back in the theater.
Thank you for the super chat.
Thanks, Chris
really-
S. for the $4.99 super chat. Sorry, I interrupted.
Right? Like I said, I just think that's a great concept to get people back in the theater.
It sure
And,
is.
and then also for City Fire is having a Kentucky Derby party in Lake Sumter. It's May the 1st, and they're going to have music and a drawing and a ladies' hat contest. For the Derby, you've got to have that great hat. And the doors open at 4 p.m. And for more information, you dial 321-303-6469. Sounds like it'd be a fun party.
So that's this Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's me, right? Really, the only report I got, Brownwood's kind of boring right now, but I do have something that happened a while ago. It's breaking news. that there was a wreck in the tunnel out here, not too far from me in the tunnel. And the lady driving this golf cart was taken to Ocala, I understand, by helicopter. She was helicoptered out, and you can see she lost control of the golf cart somehow, some way in the tunnel. Don't know what really happened. This is all that was in the report. And she smacked into the wall. You can see the windshield of the golf cart laying there on the ground. And I don't know what other damage is there, but she sustained severe head injuries. And they had to fly her to the Ocala hospital, because I think Ocala is where the trauma center's at. And that's really the only thing that's really been happening down here, other than the fact that people at the square are, I think, back to 100%, you know, dancing on the squares and all this and that. And then a lot of people arguing about the mask issue. I don't really get into all that. If you want to wear it, wear it. If you don't want to wear it, don't wear it. I don't see the big deal. But what I will say is this: if you don't wear a mask, you should not harass somebody that does, because how's it hurting you if they wear a mask? It ain't hurting you at all. The only thing I wear a mask when I leave, and Sue does too. The problem I have with the mask is when somebody's talking to me, because my ears are a little off anyway, I have a hard time understanding people unless they really speak up. They just sound muffled. They sound like Linda a lot, like she got a mouthful of tofu.
Well, Laura Lampy's asking about the developers lawsuit with the realtors.
That news will be coming out Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on Patreon right now. My Patreon members always get that stuff first.
So if you want to hear that news, sign up for Patreon with Skip.
Yeah, you can do that, but you have to sign up level 2 or higher to get it. Level 1, you know, they don't get very much. I hate to say that. They get once in a while. Matter of fact, I think our Patreon levels 3 and 4 are having a get together tomorrow at Bonifay for a late lunch, and we're all going to get to meet one another and chat and exchange ideas. Linda was supposed to be there, but she said she didn't really like anybody on Patreon, so she's not showing up.
I was there last month and ready to go to luncheon, and you didn't have it.
You wasn't here last month.
I was too.
You was not even on the show.
I wasn't on the show last month, but I
Why
was.
not? Why not? If you're not on this show, you're like non-existent to me. Oh my God, who's that?
Oh my gosh.
Did you see that, Linda?
No,
Oh my Lord! Look, watch this. Watch your screen.
I don't see a thing.
Oh, you will. Okay. Anyway, that's my news. Is when you're driving golf carts down here, listen, just be careful. You got to be careful. Snowbirds are not all gone yet, and people drink, and people take pharmaceutical drugs. I mean, it's not like it's an everyday thing, but I mean, stuff happens. When it happens, you're going to get flown to Ocala Hospital. So, Linda, you're up, my dear.
Okay, I have one serious piece of news that I'd like to share with everybody. And this was an article that was in the Village News, and I don't know very much background on it, but I wanted to share this information. And that is big picture. Florida, the state of Florida, has a regulation that says that the county determines ambulance services. And most counties, ambulance is provided through the fire department. Okay. Sumter County, however, has chosen to hire a company called
Thank you for the super chat.
Stickers, I like stickers, yes I do. Thanks for the super sticker.
Interrupt my one serious news.
Thanks, David Kozak. These guys know that I will interrupt the show with a super sticker at any time, and I think they do it just to make you mad. Thanks, David Kozak, for a $10 super sticker. I appreciate it, bud. Back to you, Linda.
This is serious for
to
people
you,
who are
Linda.
living in the village.
Back to you, Linda. It's up to you, girl. You get him, girl. You go, girl.
Skip.
Push. Okay, so let me keep going. So Sumter, however, has elected to hire a private ambulance company. So what happens if you're a villager and you call 911 is the fire department dispatches an emergency unit from the closest fire station, but also an ambulance is sent out from AMR, American Medical whatever AMR stands for. Recently, one of the Sumter County supervisors has proposed to end the firefighters' response and only send out the AMR response. Why that's so critical to people in the villages is because firefighters normally respond within 4 minutes. And AMR is understaffed, and they're known to take an hour and a half to respond.
Oh,
So that's not a good thing.
no.
And
The bill will get there before the ambulance does.
Yes. So if you're concerned about this and you're currently a villager or you want to be a villager and you're in the area, there's a county meeting on the 18th of May at Everglades Rec Center, 7 p.m. And you can ask questions and you can speak out about the situation. My guess is that the supervisor is concerned about the cost because you have two responses. You got the fire department responding and the private ambulance. So he may be proposing it to cut costs. I don't know the background. Maybe some of you guys do. But again, the important thing is if they cut out the fire department dispatching the emergency unit, you got to wait some period of time until an ambulance comes out to you. And that's probably not a good thing. So please take a look at that, guys, and see if it's something you're interested in following up on. And if so, attend the meeting on the 18th of May at the Everglades Rec Center at 7 p.m. So that's a serious one.
I just can't imagine them doing that, but I
Does
don't know.
the fire department not have ambulance?
No, they're not allowed to because the county determines who will, and Sumter County has determined a private ambulance service will respond. That's the issue.
I know I had the same question, Melody, because I called an ambulance on my neighbor and the fire department came out here in their ambulance parked down the street. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know enough about it to comment really. I just don't. But I just can't imagine them dicking in the largest retirement community in the world with our
Skip, you're
emergency services. Huh?
you're ratcheting.
You're blurry.
You're blurry. Uh-oh, and now Sue's
Internet is
blurry.
low.
Huh.
Now Sue's blurry.
Well, I don't know.
The train wreck is happening.
Oh,
Uh-oh, we knew
Super
it.
sticker.
well, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on. It should be okay. Everything looks okay.
Nope, you're ratcheting.
You know, two
Melody
cents tell
and
me,
I look nice.
yeah, it tells me to, I'm afraid to do anything that it'll disappear.
Yes, if you
Sue
reset
is
it. it will.
frozen. Sue is now frozen. We can't even see her move. Oh, there she moved a little. And you look really bad.
Do I? I keep thinking I'm on a refresh it, but I'm afraid if I refresh it, everybody will disappear.
Now we can't hear you. And I wouldn't care otherwise, except that you have to put my pictures up for me to give my rest of my news report.
I'm gonna try something. If I disappear, it could be a mess.
Yeah, you're kind of pixelated.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know
Sue,
why it's
so are
doing
you.
that.
You're pixelated.
Or maybe it's our internet. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's
No,
your.
it shouldn't be my internet. I'm paying for
Yeah, we haven't
high-speed
had a
internet,
problem with
for
it,
God's
but-
sake.
I have internet problems and I shouldn't have any ever.
Yeah.
And Melody is in the villages, and I'm in Florida. And I'm in Florida. I'm in California. We're both getting it. It's got to be you.
Yeah,
That's weird.
something you're doing.
Here we go.
Your neighbors are downloading movies.
Uh-oh, there he goes. Oh, good. Now we can have some fun.
We're talking about it.
So when are we meeting for that martini? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, now we got two of him. Oh my God.
No, wait a minute. Give me time.
This is really a penalty. We got two of you instead of
Oh,
one.
I told you. I shouldn't have said anything about not having a train wreck. I shouldn't have said anything.
That's right.
Thank you, Bill B. Melody and Linda are clear.
For some reason, I can't delete.
Delete yourself.
You're good. There's only one of you now.
Do you think it's because we've outlived 2 hours?
Oh, we haven't been over the 2 hour limit. Oh my goodness, yes we have.
No, you're pixelated too.
Am I pixelated again?
You're gone. Oh, you're still pixelated.
Yeah.
Well, there's really nothing. Let's try to end the show real quick. Okay, thanks, Christine, for the super chat. Appreciate it.
Thank you for the super chat.
Stickers, I like stickers, yes I do. Stickers, I like stickers more than you.
I don't know what to do here.
Well, I think it's time to end the show.
Maybe we need to just see you on the other side.
Yeah, I guess so. I had one more game, but I guess we're just not going to be able to do it because if I'm looking over here at the monitor and I can see what you're talking about. Can you hear me?
Sorta.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, damn it. It's always something.
We have.
Huh?
Yep.
You go do what you have to do.
Have fun.
Ross
See you.
Kuhn has some news.
Wait a
If you
minute.
go to the Village's website and search under Model Gallery, then all the series, the new cottage villas that were just announced in St. Catherine are visible. Watch for listings on Friday.
Yep. And I would give more news, except that Skip is cutting me out.
Well, you know, everybody can see you fine, and I would go ahead with your news. Pictures. Okay, now what?
It's no better.
No, you're still fuzzy.
I think it's your beard. You need to shave it.
Yeah, I think so.
We tried, Sue.
We'll keep trying.
Oh, it's crazy. Oh, Karen Baller, $10 super chat.
Thank you for the
We
super
moved here.
chat.
It's Clint's game. Really? But nobody would know that. They would not know him if, you know, without all
Oh,
the hair.
crap. I don't think it's going to stop.
No, I don't think so.
Let me try one more thing. Wait a minute.
I think you're a goner. You're a goner this week, this month.
Oh, the show was going so good too.
Yeah, we had a great show, you know?
It
Yeah,
was,
it was
we
good.
learned a lot. It was good. It was good.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's time to go.
Well, you know, we don't know what we'll be doing for next month. I said we'll be doing something, but it'll be on the road. So,
Wow,
and I still don't
you're
know
frozen,
where.
Sue.
Huh?
You're frozen too. We
Okay.
can't- Yeah, we can't see you very well either.
Yeah, that has something to be doing something here.
Yeah.
It's with us. Yeah. Okay.
I get to stick draw my news. That's sort of hard.
Yeah. Well, I said, if you can do your news and pictures, man, just go ahead.
I have no idea what's going on.
Let
here.
him play around and just do your news.
Happy
How's
birthday,
that?
Skip. Does Skip have a birthday?
Next week, actually.
Oh, happy birthday,
Happy
Skip.
birthday, Skip.
87, was it?
Yeah.
At least.
Okay. We're not going to be able to do it again. We're just going to have to end the show because this ain't going to get no better. So I'm just going to say it was a great show, even though we're starting to have a train wreck now. I don't know what's causing this. It's got to be the Wi-Fi. It's got to be. And it looks like it's on my end. So anyway, thanks everybody for the show. I appreciate it. All the super chats, super stickers, appreciate every one of them. I want to thank our guests for coming to the show, Bob and Kathy from Flight. What was it? Flight what?
Top flight.
Not
Financial.
Flight Financial. That's right, about the reverse mortgages. We'll get
Here's
them back
their
again someday.
website.
And for anyway, I'll just say thanks for everybody, and we'll end this show where we still have some type of internet connection. And we'll, I guess, see you guys. Oh, by the way, I changed your pictures on the outro. You will love it.
Oh, yeah.
Say bye to everybody. See you next month.
Bye-bye,
Bye.
everybody. Thanks very much.
Bye, Dan.
Hi, kids. How you doing?
Hi, kids. How you doing? We're
Hi,
here.
Laura. Hi, Alan.
Wait a minute.
How you doing?
Well, see how the thing clicking up here?
Yeah, that means it's running.
I know it, but when I turn it sideways, now it's down here. But a while ago, it wasn't on there. Okay, ready now?
Okay.
Here we are at the Villages. Hi, kids. How you doing? Hi, Laura. Hi, Alan. Hi, Bruce. Hi, Scott. All 4 kids. How you doing? We're enjoying dinner here, and we just had a great dinner with Skip and his wife, Sue. And it's such a nice evening out. It's just beautiful weather. We can't say enough. Go ahead there, Dar.
Okay, and we bought a house, and we've got a golf cart also, so we can get around here. And I've got a list of names from Sue for doctors already and different things like that I need.
Trying to get all the information we can.
And so I bet you didn't think we'd buy a house down here though, but we already did.
We
So
did
it's
it.
too late. So from now on, you're going to have to come down here and see us. So anyhow, see you on the other side.
Amen.
Amen.